Hi everyone, my name is Ryan from Townsquare Interactive, and today I want to teach you how to create ads with ease inside of Facebook. Now, your traditional Facebook ad typically takes people from an ad click to a page on someone's website, also known as a landing page. From there, someone is able to fill out a form on that landing page and become a lead. What I'm going to show you today is how to do lead generation on Facebook without having to create a landing page, add Facebook pixels, etc. This is much easier, much less time consuming, and can help all small businesses generate leads for their business. So let's get into it. The type of ad format that we're actually going to be doing today, it's called a lead ad, and you can see on my screen here, this is what it looks like. It looks like a traditional Facebook ad, but in this case, if someone were to hit subscribe, they stay inside of the Facebook experience. You can see this lead pop-up form here, and with this form, you can specify what information you'd like to collect. First name, email, phone number. And a lot of that information, because they're staying on Facebook, is going to pre-populate inside of that form. So there's less friction for someone to become a lead. In this ad example, you can see that it auto-populated their name and their email, and all they have to do is select or hit submit rather, and then they're going to be presented with step 3, which is success. When that happens, this lead goes into Facebook, and I'm going to show you where you can collect those leads. The first thing you'll need to do is create a ads manager account. This is your advertising account. Go to business.facebook.com to do that. We won't be going through it in this video. I'll probably create an additional video showing you how to do that. But right now, this is what a fresh ad account is going to look like. And the very first thing that we need to do is click the Create button. So we're going to pretend we're a lawn care company. So I'm just going to name this campaign Easy Lawn Care. And I'm going to go down here to my daily budget, and you can set this to whatever you want to set it to, $5, $10 a day. I recommend, though, if you're going to test anything on Facebook, make sure you have at least a couple $100 to test, assuming that you're going to light it on fire collecting data and learning. You'll get leads, but it may not be as cost effective as you'd like to be at first. That's just advertising. You learn over time, you collect data, and you make adjustments. As far as buying type is concerned, leave that at auction. And now we're going to look at campaign objective, and this is really where you're going to make the biggest change here. Click this drop down and ignore everything except lead generation. We want to select lead generation. This is going to allow you to create lead ads. I'm going to change my daily budget to $10, and I'm just going to name my ad number 1. And then we also need to create an ad set number 1. Now you can name these whatever you'd like. It really doesn't matter. Whatever helps you keep things organized. We're going to save this to draft. Okay, now this pops up. So here's our account structure up here. The very top is our campaign name. Then beneath that is our ad set. And then beneath that is our ad. So it goes campaign, ad set, ads. Now, at the campaign level, we chose our campaign type, which was lead generation. Now we're going to go down to our ad set level. We've named it number 1. Let's scroll down. So we have our budget here, budget and schedule. We set the budget at $10 a day at the campaign level. You can select dates to end your ads on. I typically allow them to run. That's completely up to you. Let's take a look at audience now. Now this is very important. This is where we're going to set our targeting. If you're a local business, you're going to want to target around your location. So in this case, I'm in Charlotte. And you can see by default, when I typed in Charlotte, it put a radius of about 25 miles around the city. Now, if you service 25 miles around the city, leave it as is. However, you might say, hey, I just want to target 10 miles around the city. You can also type in zip codes here. So if you only target specific zip codes, you can do it that way. And as you can see, it highlighted 28205. I can add additional ones in there. For most service providers, if you live in Charlotte, why is it doing this? I really recommend just using a radius. People tend to want to restrict things too much. The instinct is to really hyper target. You might say, oh yeah, I mean that's awesome. I really only want to target these 3 zip codes. But when you do that, you're really restricting your reach. Facebook is really heavy on the AI and automatic campaign optimization. And when you get too granular with your targeting, it really restricts your reach and can make your results less than satisfactory. So this is what I typically recommend, really broad targeting. What we're going to do is leave our targeting broad and then, call out our audience in our ad. We want to call out who we really want to speak to in our ad, but we'll do that in the next step. Beneath that is age. Okay, 18 is very young. If we're targeting homeowners, maybe we go 25 plus. This really just depends on your business. Leave gender, all men or women, unless of course your business only works with one or the other. Here's our detailed targeting section, and the instinct is to get really granular and add a bunch of interests in here. If you're a lawn care company, you might say, I only want to reach people who like Home Depot. All right, and I only want to reach people who like Lowe's. And you can test this, okay? We don't want employers. You can test this, but I really recommend just leaving this wide open. Let Facebook do its thing. They're going to find your ideal customer for you. Test everything, but this is simply what I found the most success with. It depends on the business. It depends case by case. I'm just going to recommend if you're a local service business, in Charlotte and you want to service Charlotte, just do 10 miles around Charlotte, adjust your age, and leave it wide open, man. Just leave it wide open. Okay, leave automatic placements where it is. Our optimization is correct. Bam. All right, now I'm going to click here. This is our ad. And you can name your ad whatever you want. I just named it ad number 1. Your page will be selected. Now here's your ad setup. Keep it simple. Use a single image or video. It pulled this image from my account because it's in my account. If you wanted to clear this out, you can click clear images. If we did that, it's going to ask you to add media. You can add an image or a video, whatever you prefer. In this case, I'm just going to add an image. I'm going to take this one back in. Bam. Okay? Leave placements as all. Now, your primary text is going to appear right above here. If we're lawn care, let's say $25 first time customer special. All right, that is absolutely horrible copy, but I just want to show you where it shows up here, okay? And your headline shows down here. So $25 lawn maintenance. I don't know what you would call it. So that shows up down here. What you want really though is to focus on having a strong offer present, because people aren't on Facebook looking for lawn care services. You really need to pique their interest with something to get them in the door, to get their foot in the door, to generate a first time customer. So usually a low dollar offer is what is going to work. You want people to take advantage of it. So, obviously you're not going to be cutting lawns for $25, but, if you do it for $25 the first time, you do good work, you probably have a long-term customer there that, you then charge $50, $100, $200, $300, $400 for, for the next time you do it. So keep in mind, always have a good offer ready. You want it to be competitive and you want it to stick out. I like to use Learn More. All right, so this is the next most important thing that we're going to do, and that is create a lead form. All right, you could ignore these down here. I have to blur them out, but click Create Lead Form. And we have two options, more volume and higher intent. Higher intent simply asks people to confirm their information once they've submitted. They've hit your call to action, and Facebook's just going to ask them to confirm that their information is actually correct. Now, the first thing beneath that is intro. So again, we want this to be consistent. Again, $25. First time customer. Lawn maintenance special. I don't know. Spelling maintenance incorrectly. And you can use the image for your ad, or you can upload a new ad. And I like to use bullets here. $25 for first cut. Whatever other benefits that you might have, right? You'd want to put in here. Next are questions. So by default, you're going to see email and full name in here. I like to add qualifying questions in. Because if someone clicks on your ad and it's just email and full name, and then they submit their info, you're going to find that quality of that lead won't be as good as if you add additional questions in here to help qualify them. So for example, when would you like us to come out? Right? I can add 1 to 2 days. Add. And this doesn't really make too much sense, but this is just to demonstrate that you can add qualifying questions in here to help. What the heck? 3-4 days. Add. You can add these qualifying questions in here to increase the quality of the leads you do bring in. All right, and this is the pre-fill information. You can add additional stuff in here. For example, if you wanted the phone number to be pre-filled in there, which you probably do, this is all pulled in directly from Facebook. And you can go down here, right? This is information that people provide to Facebook that you can have pulled in automatically. And then you're going to need a privacy policy. So if you have a website, you're going to need to put something in here. Name it privacy policy. Put your domain in here. Lastly, you have your thank you screen. So this is what people are going to see once they submit their information. You can put your anything you'd like in here. And then lastly, we have three different options down here. View website, download, call business. Maybe you want to put a phone number in here. So call us, and then your phone number. And now they can also have the option of calling you as well. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do in here. Let's see if we filled this out correctly. Almost forgot. Name your form up here. So easy lawn, whatever you want to save it as. Let's click finish. Hopefully we didn't forget anything, but I've been known to screw some stuff up. Yep, exactly. So questions. Let's see what's going on. Let people know how information they give you will be used. Oops. So we will use this information to contact you. All right. Where else did we screw up? Thank you screen. We need a description. Thanks, you're all set. We will give you a call shortly. All right, that should. All right. So there it is. We're finished. We created our first ad. Obviously, this is, this was an example only. This is absolutely horrible. Come up with some good copy, a good offer, and some good images. I probably recommend using some videos too. And then you're going to click publish. Now, this is probably going to ask me for my credit card because this is a new ad account. You would put your credit card number in here as the last step, and then this would go from draft to in review, and your ad would be ready to run. Now, it can take 5 minutes to get approved. It can take 5 hours to get approved. It really just depends, but you'll get an email when your ad starts running. So I'm just going to click cancel here. So that's it. It's really that easy to create a lead ad. Now, you might be asking, when I actually get a lead, how will I know? Well, it's going to show up in this results column as a number, whether it's 1 lead, 2 leads, 3 leads, 4 leads, 5 leads. This is where it's going to show up. Your cost per result is going to be how much it costs. So those are your main metrics. Next thing, where the heck do you find all of these leads, right? Like, how do you get the lead information? Well, what you need to do is go to your Facebook page. All right, so here I am in my Facebook page. Up in the top right hand, the top corner here, I'm going to go to Publishing Tools. And then on the left-hand side, you're going to go to Forms Library. Now, we didn't actually publish that ad because we had to put our credit card information in, but if we had, our form would show up here, and you can see these columns: name, status, created lead count. And if you generated leads, there, it will tell you how many leads you generated in this column, and then you're going to be able to download all of the leads that you generated. And it says up here, leads will be available for download up to 90 days from the time they are submitted by a user. So obviously, when a lead comes in, you're going to want to contact them as quickly as possible. But if you're doing volume, just remember that you have 90 days to download them. If you wait longer than that, you won't be able to access them. And if you do start doing volume, you can also connect it to a CRM, so you don't have to come in here and download your leads manually. You can have them sent to a CRM automatically. But that's really it. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.